Welcome to The Array, the podcast that's dedicated to delivering AI clarity to the marketing community, presented by Cowlard. Let's get the conversation started. So our guest today is Creative Director Grace Cowlard, a Creative Director formerly at Adidas. Grace has years of experience working with fashion, lifestyle, and sustainable brands. Welcome, Grace. It's a pleasure to have you on The Array.
Hi, Jasper. Hi, Toby. Thanks for having me.
I've heard you talk previously about the kind of sea of sameness when it comes to brand messaging. And do you think AI is a benefit or a hindrance to solving that problem, to making brands more unique and ensuring that their brand messaging is unique and consistent across all of the touch points?
It's a bit of a multifaceted question, because the sea of sameness, I think we are getting to that point because of the proliferation of AI. Mm-hmm. Blind use of AI without checking, without detailed prompts, without the extra context that we mentioned, will get samey, responses. You can always spot, even though, with the updates, ChatGPT launching the latest update, really focusing on creative writing and really drilling into that, but you can still tell that it's written, by AI. What I feel is really interesting is, as I said, saving some of that time and that headspace to then really double down on what is the emotional intelligence and what's the added value that humans can bring to this, rather than, regurgitating a lot of lines that may particularly sound the same. This is in the context of copy, but also in the context of imagery, really understanding, what is the value that humans can add here, and doubling down on that. Mm-hmm. So that you're going to get I think we're going to see brands more and more with some really provocative and some really a bit more conversational, but really more out there, weird and wacky type messaging that really focuses on, this is a human emotion, the human experience, and it's not just written by AI.
I was going to say, it's like the proliferation of ChatGPT or large language models has kind of created a greater need for human creativity in order to stand out. And that's something that I know it's certainly something that we think about at Jacquard. And the performance of the language is more important now than ever, because everyone's going to start sounding the same, and you need some way of differentiating yourselves.
For sure. And or even down to things like vocabulary. I noticed there's similar types of word groups, vocabulary being used at, generic, out of the box. Let's use GPT as an example. Where brands can really set themselves apart is really having their own specific word banks, and then, as a doubling down on exploring those, feeling a little bit more offbeat and feeling a little bit more unexpected, and really celebrating that nuance there. Mentioning about tone, really trying to flex the tone as well. We've done some interesting experiments there, and really pushing it to its max. Can we get more out of it? Be more human, be a bit more offbeat. And it struggles. It really does. But you put a human in there, and it might be like a self-awareness. It might be a commonly known truth that all marketers or consumers hopefully can relate to. That's what will cut through now in this sea of sameness. And I'm excited to see where brands can really push that as well.